Hello everyone. So we're now in this lovely yellow 2008 Fiat 500 1.4. Yeah, this is the car that my wife had been using most of the time. It had its own problem, like although the mileage was not like super high, but yeah. So recently it didn't want to start. I don't know if today he want to start. Let's give it a try. It got like a crank, but no start issue. So yeah, let's see. So it's just like this. Okay. So it crank, but then yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying to hook up the computer, and it seems okay. So no fault whatsoever. So there are a few things that I have been doing on this car. I reconnect all the cable. I test the ground cable, make sure they got the voltage. There are like two ground cable on this car. One is on the gearbox, another one was on the engine. So yeah. And today, there's one thing that I want to try. Oh, by the way, I feel like the fuel pump should be working, because when I turn the car on, there's like that tiny little noise. So let me try like this. Let me see if it helped to record that the noise. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether you can hear that. Maybe I need to put my phone near to the back of the seat, which is where that fuel pump locate or install. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be, it's not like nothing, or maybe it got stuck. I don't know. But anyway, so there's one thing that I want to try. So I suspect maybe this crankshaft sensor have been running into problem. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I think maybe I should try to replace this. And there are other things that I did, we replaced the starter. Actually, we replaced it twice, 1-2 years before, one recently. We didn't replace the alternator because I guess it has nothing to do with the starting of the car. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, let's see. So there's like a bolt, holding this thing. So I saw that there's like some oil here, and then I thought it has to be related, but turn out it's not. I removed this bolt, and then so if I actually move out this thing, I think this one has something to, I don't know, to do with this thing. So I have been doing some retrospective, thinking what lead me to current position, right? Like the car crank but not starting. So I guess there are a couple of combination. Like one is definitely like the ground. I think the ground between the body to the gearbox may not be in good shape, or like that area was not good, or just one of those ground was not great. So but then after I tighten or clean up, make sure it got a good connection, because I actually tried too many times, so I just inject too much fuel to the spark plug, and then causing the spark plug to fall. And then that's why eventually, even though I fixed the ground, the car does not want to start. And then so I think the next things that I would try is to remove the spark plugs from the engine bay, inspect the condition, depends on situation, replace it. Maybe because I got 4 spare, I bought it a long time, but I mean, I got this spark plugs replaced. Basically, the spark plugs on the body was replaced at 5,000 miles before. So, yeah, I think this just the spark plug was new, relatively new, but then I just, because of that repeated try to start the car, causing the problem. And yeah, I feel like this the fuel pump should be fine, because every time I start the car, I can hear that tiny little noise coming from the back, the back seat of Fiat 500. So you know that the fuel pump is under the back seat. So yeah, I mean, that's what I would try. Yeah. So end up, I was thinking I should inspect the spark plugs. So that's why, like, I got this, undone here, like all the connectors undone, and then like I removed this coil. This coil was fit like 5,000 miles before, and then like I actually removed all this spark. So the first thing I noticed was that the head was quite bad here. Like, I don't know if you can see it. The focus is horrible. So it's like, based on the research, it seems that I have been having too rich of the mixture. Would it be better if I... Anyway, let me take a photo. Okay, now hopefully you can see better. So it's all dark. So so based on the research that I made, it seems the mixture was too rich, and indeed, like when I removed this from the engine block, so basically, like, the engine block, right? So I can smell, like, just went to gas station, like, you smell the film, of the fuel. So I guess my problem here was that, it just got too much fuel, and then caused the problem here. And then maybe this spark plug was fault, so I need to replace that. Well, at least, like, or clean this. So and because, like, I actually got this part, I bought it for a long time and didn't get a chance to fit, so I'm going to fit it now. Okay, now so I got this all fitted. I got the spark plugs tightened to the torque. I don't know what's the correct torque, to be honest, but I'm trying 19 here because based on the research I found. But I would suggest, like, find whatever source that you can trust and get the numbers there. And then, like, I just snapped here. So, and then all this socket, like, the plug were not in a good shape, but it's solid, I think, right now. Just maybe later I need something to stop this from moving. So, but anyway, I'm going to fit the airbox and and see. And I hope this time the car can start. Okay, now we are back on this car again. Very nervous. I fit the new spark plugs. I think the car should start. But anyway, like, no matter how nervous I think I still need to give it a try. And in case it still doesn't, I don't know what to do. Maybe I can find mobile mechanic again. Like, I don't want to. I mean, but anyway, let's try. Okay, so it is similar. So this time is similar because, like, I got all this, like, very interesting halo holder, whatever, unavailable message. So I don't know. Maybe I should hook up a computer and see if there's anything that can tell. So I got this connected to a computer, and as always, as expected, no fault cooks. And then, like, but one thing that I noticed is the battery. Like, I thought it should be 12 something, but it's at 11. I guess it is really something to do with the electricity of this car. Let me get a multimeter, maybe. So just now I'm using this multimeter to test the voltage. So I test the positive to here, right, and then negative to there, and then, like, So basically like like this, right? So going to here, so sorry, going to here, here, and then like and then the positive going to here, like to make sure like the cable, at least the terminal is okay. So it was reading like 11.8. I also test the ground here 11.8. Another ground underneath 11.8 as well. So I I believe like at least the connection should be fine. It's just a little bit under power. Maybe 11.8 is not sufficient. So I'm going to like plug this thing in, see if this do any things better. Maybe, let's see. Okay, so it didn't start. Still, I don't know what to do. What can I do? So I think it's good to go back and look into what I've been looking into and like provide a little bit more context on what actually happened. So I think it's like it happened at the beginning of December, like when the temperature actually went down a little bit in UK, right? So the um the first failure like that you start I mean the first start of failure, is basically like the same as what I show in the video. It cranked, but it didn't start. So we called the roadside, and then that guy bump started the car, and he was saying it could be the starter. And then like we sent it to a garage that we have been using, and then that guy replaced the starter without looking into further. So that thing actually made me a little bit mad, to be honest. Like I didn't like shout to that guy, but I it's just it didn't sound right to me, because like a year and a half before I replaced the starter shouldn't look shiny, very new, and I mean he still replaced that, and then get a refurbish unit in, and then send my new, I mean no longer new, but like relatively new starter to to get it sort out, right? And then I spent like £200. Great. I mean, if that fixed the issue, I'm all happy with that. But a few days later, it didn't start again. So this time I don't want to go back to the either roadside or like that garage. I think that I should look into this myself. I checked on the fuse. It was a bit milky. Like I mean, like it just a bit corroded. How to say that? I used some sandpaper, and also like that how you call it, like whatever, to help how to sanding that down a bit. It become after sanding that thing, it became shiny, and then I put it back to the fuse box. The car start right away. So I was thinking maybe it was the electric connection, and then maybe it was that fuse, getting a bit corroded, causing all this resistance, and then hesitate to start. It was not. But anyway, a few days later, it start again. It didn't want to start. So I start looking into the ground connection, because last time I checked the fuse in, I mean I cleaned that up and then start, right. So the best thing I can look into, like ground connection. It looks okay. I wasn't able to do any job test, because the car was on the road, like I'm in parking on the street, and then I was fully occupied by that Mito projects, and then yeah, the only things that I can do is like take a quick look, and checking computers, checking connection, see was things are obvious. And then so within this period, I on and off like try to start the car, but then it didn't start. It just keep cranking. So because the Mito project was actually getting a bit of progress, I got a bit of bandwidth. So I look into some resources, look into some book, think about this, and then I think maybe I should look into the spark plug. So that lead to like what I just did in the video, right? Like I checked the spark plug and discover all those film when I remove it. So, and the spark plug suspect to be foul in this case, although I can clean that thing, but I just put a replacement, hoping that it can start. It didn't start, although it sounds a little bit better. I would say like the way that the sound, I don't know how to describe it, just more responsive, feel like. So yeah, that didn't work. And then I because it's about cranking, right? Although I didn't have any single error captured in the ECU, but still I replaced the crankshaft sensor just in case. It didn't help. And then like I was thinking, would it be the fuel pump? Like, but then like think about this, right? Like I hear the fuel pump, the noise of the fuel pump when I turn on the key, and then like also all those film from the spark plug. I mean, obviously there should be some fuel going to the injector, and then the spark plug should have some fuel. So now then I was thinking, okay, maybe it was the alternator got seized because it's winter, right? So, and like actually like I have been hearing that noise coming from the bell. I'm not sure whether it was timing bell or alternator bell, but that squeezing noise, I suspect it was the alternator, because look into the history of the car. The alternator was not replaced at all, and then like the timing belt did replace at some point. So, and I mean again, just like 2008, Fiat 500, it was like 17 years old. So I suspect the alternator, so I cut the alternator belt, trying to see if this start. It didn't. So yeah, if you were the guy that you are the guy like looking into this, what do you think? Yeah. Anyway, I want to post an update. So I was super excited because I've managed to get started like straight away after I look into this thing, the throttle body here. So I removed the undone this air intake here. So so you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's very dirty, right? It's like a lot of grime inside. Like I was at the point at that time, I was when I was troubleshooting this, like I used some WD-40, like trying to like make it smoother, like the gate here, like this flipping thingy, like it was so stuck. Like even I use some tools, it's very hard to get it moved. I don't know if it's expected. Again, I'm not a mechanic, I'm just trying to learn all this thing, but end up like that thing helped the car start right away. Like you basically like you turn the key and then you just start right away. It was very amazing. Right, so after cleaning the throttle body, now the car does start. I'm going to show you very quickly, but anyway, the point is that like I need the car to go back to a suitable place to do some replacement, or I mean some fixes, because the alternator belt I got it cut upon the investigation. I also need to properly like remove that throttle body for some proper cleaning. So, but this is going to be like separate video, and then for now I will just call it done, and then let me show you how it start. Yeah, you see it start right away, but then like because I don't have alternator, I need to get this moving as soon as possible. So but anyway, thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.